San Francisco has gone through 2 days of their training camp so far, and we've already seen ups and downs from players. Most surprisingly yesterday was TDP. He looked fantastic. He was catching the ball out of the backfield well as being extremely decisive in his runs. Fast forward to today, however, and well, he looks like the running back we all kind of knew last year. He wasn't very decisive and also had to drop pass. But much like last year, when Trey Sermon wasn't performing up to expectations, there was an undrafted free agent that was hiding in the background ready to take his job. And this year, that free agent I think that could possibly take his job is Khalan Laborn. And in today's practice, Khalan Laborn looked fantastic, kind of opposite of TDP. He was extremely decisive in his runs as well as showing off his great hands. And I don't think this is much of a surprise to me personally, because Laborn was the nation's former #1 all-purpose back rated by 24/7 Sports and Rivals.com coming out of high school. He then enrolled at Florida State University, and in 2019 he had an impressive year where he rushed for 297 yards on 63 carries. But in 2020 he was dismissed from the Florida State program and then transferred over to Marshall. And at Marshall, he went off. He never rushed for less than 100 yards in every game during the 2022 season. Overall, he ranked 10th nationally in rushing yards at Marshall. Laborn didn't attend the combine, but rather attended his pro day. He weighed in at 205 pounds and right around 5'9". His 40-yard dash was an impressive 4.44 seconds, and his 10-yard split was 1.56 seconds. So since Laborn did have such a short career in college, he did end up going undrafted, which was great because the Niners did sign him for a relatively cheap price. But what does he offer the Niners, and what did we see from him during his time at Marshall? Well, we saw a whole lot of what made him the nation's #1 back coming out of high school. He was decisive in his runs, he was aggressive, he could juke people out of their shoes but also would run over them at times, and had fantastic hands on his film. I overall was impressed by him on his film, and he reminds me of like a lot of the Niners undrafted free agent backs. These are just guys who turn out to be good. I mean, look no farther than Jordan Mason. So while Laborn performed extremely well for his second day of training camp, it is still without pads. And one player that's revving to get his pads on is Jordan Mason. Even today, he lowered his shoulder into Jair Brown as a welcome to the NFL moment. If I was to pick one running back I'm most excited to watch this year, I would have to say Jordan Mason. I know Christian McCaffrey is the starting back, but I'm excited to see how Jordan Mason has developed from his rookie year, where he looked honestly fantastic, to possibly taking on a bigger role his sophomore year. So who are you most excited to watch play running back this year? Deebo Samuel, Christian McCaffrey, Khalan Laborn, or maybe TDP? I'd love to hear your thoughts down below in the comments section. It would also mean a ton to me if you liked and subscribed. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you guys are doing well and have a great rest of your day.